Good day, everyone. Our group has chosen 30 companies, 20 companies from Dow Jones, and 10 companies from cryptocurrencies. In Dow Jones, we have United Technologies Corporation, Home Depot, American Express, Apple Incorporation, Johnson & Johnson, Walmart, Nike, Merck & Corporation, Coca-Cola, Pfizer, Verizon, Cisco, or 3M, Boeing, McDonald's, Chevron, United Health, Intel, JP Morgan Chase, and Microsoft. In cryptocurrencies, we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, Stellar Lumens, EOS, Litecoin, Cardano, Moreno, and Tether.
Now let's move on to the economic analysis of the United States. Their gross domestic product reaches more than 20 trillion US dollars or 3.4%. And for their industrial production, US rose by 0.80% in November 2018 after an increase of 0.60% in October 2018 and an increase from 3.50% from November 2017. The government spending reaches more than 4 trillion US dollars. And for their money supply, the money one reaches more than 3 billion US dollars, and for the money two, 14 billion dollar. Their interest rates increases by 2.25% and the inflation rate by 1.90%. The consumer spending reaches more than 12 billion US dollars. And for their foreign trade, the export products reaches more than 209.9 billion US dollars. And for the import products, we have 259.2 billion US dollars. The retail sales reaches 0.2%, and for the personal income, we have 40.2 billion US dollars. And lastly, the employment rate is in 60.60%.
My name is Krindel Bakchak, and I am going to talk about the Cisco system, one of the Dow Jones that we traded. The Cisco System Incorporated is an American multinational technology conglomerate headquartered in San Jose, California, in the center of Silicon Valley, that develops, manufactures, and sells networking hardware, telecommunications, equipment, and other high-technology services and products. This company is a public type of company. Their industry is networking, hardware, and software. It is founded on December 10, 1984, 34 years ago in San Francisco, California, United States. It is located in San Jose, California, United States. It is worldwide, and their key people is Jack Robbins, the CEO and chairman. You can see their products on the lists of Cisco products. Their revenue is $49.33 billion. Their operating income is $12.77 billion. Their net income is $110 million. Their total asset is $108.78 billion, and their total equity is $43.20 billion. Cisco was added to Dow Jones Industrial Average on June 8, 2009 and is included in the S&P 500 Index and Russell 1000 Index, Nasdaq 100 Index, and the Russell 1000 Growth Stock Index. So let's proceed to competitors of Cisco. There are 5 competitors of Cisco. The first is Microsoft Corporation. Their CHG percent is negative 0.12% and their market cap is $860.59 billion. Next is the Systrix System Incorporated. Their CHG percent is 0.13% and their market cap is $13.88 billion. Next is F5 Networks Incorporated. Their CHG percent is negative 1.89% and their market cap is $10.19 billion. Next is the Netgear Incorporated Telephone ABLM. Their CHG percent is 2.02% and their market cap is $1.11 billion. The last is Ericsson ADR. Their CHG percent is negative 1.20% and their market cap is $30.71 billion. Next is the financial statement from 2014 to 2018. So in 2014, the revenue is 47.14 billion, the net income is 7.85 billion, and the total asset is 105.13 billion. Next is 2015. The revenue is 49.16 billion, their net income is 8.98 billion, their total asset is 113.48 billion. So in the next 2016, their revenue is 49.25 billion, their net income is 10.74 billion, and the total asset is 121.65 billions. In 2017, the revenue is 48.01 billions, the net income is 9.61 billion, and the total asset is 129.82 billion. So lastly is the 2018. The revenue is 49.33 billion, the net income is 110 million, and the total asset is 108.78 billion. So let's proceed to valuation summary. Their price earning current is 2,579.50. Their price earning ratio with extraordinary items is 18.07. Their price earning ratio without extraordinary items is 2,128.50. Their price to sales ratio is 4.21 and their price to book ratio is 4.55. Their price to cash flow ratio is 15.20 and their enterprise value to EBITDA is 13.39. Their enterprise value to sales is 3.93 and their total debt to enterprise value is 0.14. So next is the profitability. Their gross margin is 63.00, their operating margin is 25.78, their pre-tax margin is 26.43, their net margin is 0.22, the return on assets is 0.09, the return on equity is 0.20, the return on total capital is 15.08, and their return on invested capital is 0.14. Next is the analyst's recommendations. In buy, the current is 19, 1 month ago is 20, and 3 months ago is 19. The overweight in the current is 2, when 1 month ago is 2, and 3 months ago is 2 also. In hold, the current is 9, 1 month ago is 8, and 3 months ago is 8. In the underweight, the current 1 month ago and 3 months ago are all zeros. And also in sell, the current 1 month ago and 3 months ago are all zeros. And in the mean, the current 1 month ago and 3 months ago are all overweight. In the mean recommendation conversion table, 1.00 through 1.24 is buy, 1.25 through 1.74 is overweight, the 1.75 through 2.24 is hold, 2.25 through 2.74 is underweight, and 2.75 through 3.00 is sell. Thank you. I'm going to discuss about the 3M company, one of the Dow Jones company that we traded. The MMM was a Russian company that perpetrated of one of the world's largest Ponzi schemes of all time in the 1990s. By different estimates, from 5 to 10 million people lost their saving. In 2011, MMM reopened as MMM Global. Their industry is the office equipment importer from 1989 to early 90s. The Ponzi scheme initiator 1992 to onwards. Their fate is shut down by Russian police in 1994. It is declared bankruptcy in 1997 and reopened in 2011 as MMM Global. It is founded on 1989 and their headquarters is in the Russia and their key people is the Sergey Navrati. So let's proceed to the top 5 competitors of MMM. First is the Amazon.com Incorporated. Their CHG percent is negative 0.08% and the market cap is $806.11 billion. Next is the Align Technology Incorporated. Their CHG percent is 0.28% and the market cap is $20.66 billion. Next is Danaher Corporation. Their CHG percent is 0.50% and the market cap is $90.05 billion. Next is the General Electric Corporation. Their CHG percent is negative 4.50%. The market cap is $94.71 billion. Last is the Illinois Tool Works Incorporated. Their CHG percent is negative 0.84% and the market cap is $47.6 billion. Next is the financial statement from 2014 to 2018. From the year 2014, their revenue is 31.82 billion. Their net income is 44.9 billion. Their total asset is 31.27 billion. In 2015, their revenue is 30.27 billion. Their net income is 4.83 billion and their total asset is 32.88 billion. In 2016, the revenue is 30.11 billion, their net income is 5.05 billion, and the total asset is 32.91 billion. In 2017, the revenue is 31.66 billion, their net income is 4.86 billion, and their total asset is 37.99 billion. Last is the 2018, the revenue is 32.77 billion, their net income is 5.35 billion, and the total asset is 36.5 billion. So let's proceed to valuation summary. Their price earning current is 23.51. Their price earning ratio with extraordinary items is 23.16. Their price earning ratio without extraordinary items is 21.43. Their price to sales ratio is 3.50. Their price to book ratio is 11.21. Their price to cash flow ratio is 17.81. Their enterprise value to EBITDA is 14.24. Their enterprise value to sales is 4.03 and the total debt to enterprise value is 0.12. So next is the profitability. Their gross margin is 49.41. Their operating margin is 23.73. Their pre-tax margin is 21.36. Their net margin is 16.33. The return on assets is 14.36. The return on equity is 50.09. The return on total capital is 30.99 and the return on invested capital is 22.76. So next is the analyst's recommendations. In buy, the current is 6. In 1 month ago, there is 6, and 3 months ago is 6. The overweight in the current 1 month ago and 3 months ago are all zeros. In hold, the current is 11. In 1 month ago, there is 10, and 3 months ago is 11. The underweight, the current and 1 month ago and 3 months ago are all zeros. In the sell, the current is 3, 1 month ago is 3, and 3 months ago is 3. In the mean, the current 1 month ago and 3 months ago are all hold. So in the mean recommendation conversion table, 1.00 through 1.24 is buy, 1.25 through 1.74 is overweight, 1.75 through 2.24 is hold, 2.25 through 2.74 is underweight, 2.75 through 3 is sell. Thank you.
Technologies Corporation engages in the provisions of products and services to the building system and aerospace industries worldwide. It operates through the following business segments. First is the Otis, Carrier, Pratt & Whitney, and Collins Aerospace Systems. The Otis system designs, manufactures, and markets elevators, escalators, moving walkways, and service. The Carrier segment provides heating, ventilating, air conditioning, and refrigeration solutions. The Pratt & Whitney segment includes aircraft engines for the commercial, military, business, jet, and general aviation markets. The Collins Aerospace System segment offers technologically advanced aerospace products and aftermarket service solutions for aircraft manufacturers, airlines, regional business and general aviation markets, military, space, and undersea operations. The company was founded in 1934 and is headquartered in Farmington-on-Sea. United Technologies Corporation. For the fiscal year 2017, United Technologies reported earnings of more than $4 billion with an annual revenue of more than $59 billion, an increase of 4.5% over the previous fiscal cycle. United Technologies shares traded at over $114 per share, and its market capitalization was valued at more than $98 billion in October 2018. United Technologies Corporation ranked number 51 in the 2018 Fortune 500 list of the largest United States corporations by total revenue. Its valuation, we have 19.51 for the current, 20.01 for the ratio with the extraordinary items, and 16.37 for the ratio without extraordinary items. For price to sales ratio, we have 1.30, and price to book ratio, we have 2.39, and price to cash flow ratio is 13.64. The enterprise value to EBITDA has 15.74, and enterprise value to sales has 2.25. And for the total debt to enterprise value, it has 0.36. The profitability of United Technologies Corporation for the gross margin is 25.04. And for the operating margin, it's 10.95. For the pre-tax margin, it's 12.45. And for the net margin, it has 7.93. And 4.56 for the return on assets, 15.48 for the return on equity, 10.02 for the return on total capital, and 7.85 for the return on invested capital. Analyst recommendations for United Technologies Corporation. As you can see here, we have the mean recommendation conversion table. It comprises of current, 1 month ago and 3 months ago. 1 through 1.24 means buy, the 1.25 through 1.74 means overweight, and 1.75 to 2.24 means hold, and 2.25 through 2.74 means underweight.
Home Depot Incorporation is a home improvement retailer which engages in the sale of building materials and home improvement products. Its products include building materials, home improvement products, lawn and garden products, and decor products. It offers home improvement installation services and tool and equipment rental. The company was founded by Bernard Marcos, Arthur M. Blanc, Kenneth Gerald Langone, and Pat Farrell on June 29, 1978, and is headquartered at Atlanta, Georgia.
Home Depot. Home Depot annual or quarterly revenue history and growth rate from 2006 to 2018. Revenue can be defined as the amount of money a company receives from its customers in exchange for the sales of goods or services. Revenue is the top line item on an income statement from which all costs and expenses are subtracted to arrive at net income. Home Depot revenue for the quarter ending October 31, 2018 was more than 26 billion US dollars, a 5.1% increase year over year. Home Depot revenue for the 12 months ending October 31, 2018 was more than 105 billion US dollars, a 6.42% increase year over year. Home Depot annual revenue for 2018 was more than 100 billion US dollars, a 6.67% increase from 2017. And the annual revenue for the 2017 was more than 94 billion US dollars, a 6.86% increase from 2016. And lastly, the revenue for 2016 was more than 88 billion US dollars, a 6.42% increase from 2015. So as of 2018, Home Depot is ranked number 23 on the Fortune 500 rankings of the largest United States corporations by total revenue. Home Depot valuation. The current has 18.88, and the ratio without extraordinary items has 28.43, and price to sales ratio has 2.43, price to book ratio has 165.04, and price to cash flow ratio has 24.39. Enterprise value to EBITDA has 13.65, and enterprise value to sales has 2.26, and 0.10 for the total debt to enterprise value. The profitability of Home Depot. The gross margin reaches 32.25 and 14.72 for the operating margin. The pre-tax margin reaches 13.58 and the net margin has 8.55. The return on assets reaches 19.73, return on equity has 298.25, and the return on total capital has 52.65, and lastly, the return on invested capital has 32.94. Analyst recommendations for the Home Depot. The table shows three colors: blue for current, violet for 1 month, and the purple one for 3 months. The mean recommendation conversion table is 1 through 1.24 means buy, 1.25 through 1.74 means overweight, 1.75 through 2.24 means hold, 2.25 through 2.74 means underweight, and 2.75 to 3 means sell.
Apple Incorporation. Apple Incorporation engages in the design, manufacture, and marketing of mobile communication, media devices, personal computers, and portable digital music players. It operates through the following geographical segments: Americas, Europe, Great China, Japan, and rest of Asia Pacific. The Americas segment includes North and South America. The Europe segment consists of European countries as well as India. The East and Africa, the greater comprises of China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan. The rest of Asia Pacific segments includes Australia and founded by Steve Paul Jobs, Ronald Gerald Ray, and Stephen G. Wozniak on April 1, 1976, and is headquartered in Cupertino, California.
This is a financial summary of Apple Incorporation. For the 13th weeks ended December 29, 2018, Apple Incorporation revenues decreases by 5% to $84.31 billion. Net income before extraordinary items decreased by 12% to $19.97 billion. Revenues reflect a decrease in demand for the company's product and services due to unfavorable market conditions. Net income also reflects a corporate segment loss increase of 20% to $5.4 billion. Dividend per share increased from 0.63 to 0.73 Now let's proceed to the valuation of Apple Incorporation. The price to earning current is 14.44. Price to earning with extraordinary items is 13.82. The price to earning ratio without extraordinary items is 18.95. Price to sale ratio is 4.25. Price to book ratio is 10.02. Price to cash flow ratio is 14.58. Enterprise's value to EBITDA is 10.60. Enterprise value to sales is 3.25. Total debt to enterprise value is 0.10. Now this is the profitability of Apple. The gross margin is 38.37. Operating margin is 26.73. The pre-tax margin is 27.43. The net margin is 20.40. Return on assets is 16.07. And the return on equity is 49.36. Return on total capital is 30.14. And lastly, the return on invested capital is 27.55. Now, this is the analyst recommendations of the Apple. As you can see of the graph, the dark blue one is for the current, and then the faded one is for the 1 month ago, and the violet is for 3 months ago. The mean recommendation conversion table is 1 point through 1.24 is buy, 1.25 through 1.74 is equal to overweight, 1.75 through 2.24 is to hold, 2.25 through 2.74 is underweight, and 2.75 through 3.0 is equal to sell.
American Express Corporation. American Express Corporation engages in the provision of charge and credit card products and travel-related services. It operates through the following segments: Global Consumer Services Group, Global Commercial Services, Global Merchant and Network Service, and Corporate to others. The Global Consumer Services Group segment issue a wide range of proprietary consumer cards globally. The Global Commercial Services segment provides proprietary corporate and small business cards, payment and express and management services, and commercial financing products. The Global Merchant Network Services segment operates a global payments network data analytics. The corporate and other segments covers corporate function and certain other businesses and operations. The company was founded by Henry Wells, William G. Fargo, and John Warren Butterfield on March 28, 1850, and its headquartered in New York.
Now this is the 4-year summary of American Express Corporation finances. As you can see, for the 2018, the revenue is increased by 43.28 billion. The net income is 6.87 billion for the 2018, and the total asset of 2018 is 188.6 billion, and the total equity is 22.29 billion. Let's proceed to the valuation of American Express Corporation. For the price earning current is 13.78. For the price earning ratio with extraordinary items is 13.67. For the price earning ratio without extraordinary items is 12.06. For the price to sales ratio 1.89. Price to book ratio 3.62. Price to cash flow ratio is 9.17. Enterprise value to EBITDA is 12.35. Enterprise to value to sales is 2.88, and lastly, total debt to enterprise value is 0.53. For the profitability, the gross margin is 67.56. The operating margin is 20.34. Pre-tax margin is 18.77. Net margin is 15.87. Return on asset is 3.71. Return to equity is 33.90. Return on total capital is 10.93. Return on invested capital is 10.44. As you can see, this is the analyst recommendation of American Express. The graph shows the current, the 1 month ago, and the 3 months ago. Mean recommendation conversion table shows 1 through 1.24 is equal to buy, 1.25 through 1.74 is overweight, 1.75 through 2.24 is equal to hold, 2.25 through 2.74 is underweight, and lastly, 2.75 through 3 is sell.
Johnson & Johnson, or J&J, is a holding company which engaged in the research and development, manufacture, and sale of products in the healthcare field. It operates through the following segments: consumer, pharmaceutical, and medical devices. The consumer segment includes products used in the body care and care beauty, over-the-counter, pharmaceutical, women's health, and food markets. The pharmaceutical segments focuses on the therapeutic areas such as immunology, infection disease, and vaccines, neuroscience, oncology, and cardiovascular, metabolism, and pulmonary hypertension. The medical devices segments offers products used in the orthopedic surgery, cardiovascular, diabetes care, and eye health fields. The company was founded by Robert Wood Johnson, James Wood Johnson, and Edward May Johnson Sr. in 1886 and is headquartered in New Brunswick, NJ.
Now, I'm gonna tackle about the 5 competitors of J&J. GlaxoSmithKline, Novartis, Abbott Laboratories, Ella Lilly & Co., and Brazzer Eye Corporation. The CHG of GlaxoSmith is 0.37% and the market cap is $99.38 billion. The Novartis is 0.55% and the market cap is $223.45 billion. The Abbott Laboratories is 0.73% and the market cap is $135.65 billion US dollar. The Ella Lilly and Co. got 1.19% and the market cap is 130.13 billion US dollar. Prison Corporation got 1.82% and the market cap is 248.16 billion US dollar. Now I'm going to tackle about the financial statement of J&J. The total revenue is 81.58 billion as of 2018. The net income is 15.3 billion as of 2018 and the total asset is 157.3 billion as of 2018 and the total equity is 60.16 billion as of 2017.
Walmart. Walmart Incorporation engages in retail and wholesaler business. It operates through the following business segments: Walmart US, Walmart International, and Sam's Club. The Walmart US segment parent is the merchandise and consumer products. Operating under the Walmart, Walmart and Walmart Neighborhood Market brands, as well as Walmart.com and other e-commerce brands. The Walmart International segments manage supercenters, supermarkets, and hypermarkets, warehouse and cash and carry. The Sam's Club segments comprises membership clubs, warehouse clubs, and clubs.co. The company was founded by Samuel Moore Walton and James Lawrence Walton on July 2, 1960, and it headquartered in Bentonville, PA.
Now I'm gonna tackle about the 5 competitors of Walmart: Amazon, Costco, eBay, Dollar Tree, and Kohl's Corporation. The CHG of Amazon is got negative 0.11 and the market cap is 800.118 billion US dollar. Costco got negative 0.14% and the market cap is 96.05 billion US dollar. eBay got negative 0.50% and the market cap is 34.38 billion US dollar. Dollar Tree got negative 0.33% and the market cap is 22.79 billion US dollar. Kohl's Corporation got negative 1.15% and the market cap is 11.2 US dollar. Now let's move to the financial statement of Walmart. The total revenue of Walmart is 500.34 billion as of 2018. The net income is 9.86 billion as of 2018. The total revenue is 204.52 as of 2018. And the total asset is 80.82 billion as of 2018.
Nike Company. Nike Company is an American multinational corporation that is engaged in design, development, manufacturing, and worldwide marketing, and also sales of footwear, apparel, equipment, accessories, and services. The company is headquartered near Beaverton, Oregon, in Portland metropolitan area, the world's largest supplier of athletic shoes and apparel, also a major manufacturer of sports and equipment.
The Nike Incorporation revenue in the year 2018 was 36.36 billion US dollar. The net income was 1.93 billion US dollar. The total assets was 22.54 billion US dollar and the total equity was 9.81 billion US dollar. The biggest competitors of the Nike Incorporation was the Steven Madden, and it have 2.87 billion in the capital market. Next, the Cross Incorporation, and it have 1.86 billion. The Skechers USA Incorporation, and it have 5.33 billion. The Adidas have 48.69 billion, and the Under Armour Incorporation have 9.21 billion. The number of employees in the Nike Incorporation was 74,400 around the world.
The Coca-Cola Company engaged in manufacture, market, and sales of non-alcoholic beverages, which include sparkling beverages and still
sales such as water, enhanced waters, juices and juices drinks, ready to drink, teas and coffees, and energy and sports drinks.
For the fiscal year ended December 31, 2018, the Coca-Cola Company revenues decreased 10% to $31.86 billion. The net income before extraordinary items increased 41% to $6.69 billion. The revenues reflection a decrease in demand for the company's products and services due to unfavorable market conditions. The net income reflects productivity and reinvestment decrease of 32% to $440 billion. The interest income increase of 1% to $682 million. The Coca-Cola Company biggest competitors was the Cat Corporation and it have 2.3 billion in the market capital. The National Beverage Corporation have 3.19 billion. The Coca-Cola FEMSA have 12.3 billion. The Nestle have 279.31 billion and the Danone have 9.21 billion.